Hi, friends, my Facebook friends, and other friends that may watch this video. Um, I just want to share with you um, uh, just a tip on the elections that are coming up in Zambia and what I think um, we should do to make sure that we have peaceful elections and the result are acceptable by both parties. In the first place, Zambia, we have been a beacon of democracy in Africa. Very few countries that have had a democratic processes like Zambia. And since 1991, though of course there have been some rigging some of the elections, but still they've been relatively peaceful because we can all remember what happened in Kenya when thousands of people were killed because of a resort dispute that happened between Kibaki and Raila Odinga in Kenya. So coming back to Zambia, I think it's important to make sure that we put our hearts together and campaign reasonably, realistically, and also gather data that is definable. And for example, we know for sure that Southern Province is for UPND, the win there like 100%. So that is a more viable data, it's an obvious thing. So once we have that watershed of voting blocks, then we are able actually be able to understand how the elections are going to turn out to be. And this actually happens everywhere, like even here in the United States, there's blue states and red states. Yeah, it's a dream to think that the Democrats can win actually Texas, you see. So this is a red state, and sometimes it can be an illusion to think that the Republican can win California. So you see, so the this division, okay, of voting pattern in based on state lines. Um, so if we start to reason that way, we're not gonna find offense in the way people vote, because people vote based on a policy, based on how you convince people, um, and probably on a likability, because the way people vote based on two things. First, the way they like the party and the way they understand that party, and the next thing is the person that is standing on that particular party, I mean a candidate. So uh, so that is actually one thing that we need to understand, that people vote based on the likability of the candidate and on the policies of the party and the way that that party addresses their issues, their concerns. So now here's what we need to do. We need actually, especially us that are in diaspora, we are the mirror that we can debate things more rational, so that we can, at a time when we have the opportunity to go to Africa, to go to Zambia, to be a candidate, so we can import more civilized politics, so to say, kind of leadership. So so we should start debating within ourselves here. If I know somebody's a UPND, what I mean somebody's UPND is, maybe that person support the policy of UPND, and then this person support the policy of PF. So really, we shouldn't start to fight, because that's not how we can bring development to our people. Development to our people can only come based on reasoning, based on bringing out issues that gonna bring change to the lives of people. I happened to visit Kaoma. I grew up most of my time there. Um, the place is quite undeveloped, even after 20 years, 20, 30 years. The place is very, very undeveloped. And the school where I went is deplorable, is very sad. So such are the things that we can start to discuss. Say, hey, what can we do, to make sure that there's development in these areas, and how can we help governments? Because I think government is in Africa. When we are in diaspora, we should not fight governments in Africa. If anything, we should help them to make sure that they're able to deliver services to their people, because they need that. The people need those services, and and other thing is that the government in Africa, sometimes if we are too hard on them, they feel threatened, and therefore they intend to react. And when they start to react, on a defensive, they're defending themselves. So so meaning that we need to have a rationale on how we engage them, whether the opposition or the ruling government. We engage them and tell them, hey, if tomorrow you are able to win the elections, this is what we would want to see. If PF wins the elections, this is what we want to see. Because our job here is that we know exactly what Zambia needs, and we are responsible to make sure that we hold our governments in Africa to be responsible. When I mean Africa, I mean Zambia. So let's do something. Let's try our best to engage the leaders in Zambia, even as they face these elections in August. We want them to understand that we are anticipating free elections, free and fair elections, and peaceful elections, that both parties, they should be able to accept the results that will come. Zambia has been a peaceful country and a beacon of Africa, so we shouldn't anticipate any problems, because we will lose that integrity and respect that we have in that country. To end, this has been your friend, Daniel Somekera. So if you want to communicate, please call me back on 214-861-5238, or email me at daniel.nacodi@gmail.com. So, ciao, till next time. Thank you. Bye.